There is a... Yeah. There's a miscom.
Bugle Boys. Bugle Boys. Bugle. Bugle. Bugle Boys. Bugle Boys.
That's a great show, fellas.
Bugle Boys. Bugle Boys.
Bugle Boys.
It's that woo woo.
Oh, baby, a triple!
Shots fired! Shots fired!
The whistle tips video?
The whistle tips video, yes, it was.
You want the whistle tips?
The
They
whistle-
go woo woo.
They go whoa whoa.
Yeah.
Video E-Bombs World, was that E-Bombs World back in the day that was originally
I
from?
don't know, but that's one of my favorite videos of all time.
Yo, it has to be. I feel like it is. That was a good.
Y'all seen Leprechaun say yeah?
Say.
Remember when they were on Tosh.0?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like they were interviewing?
Oh man, I never seen them on Top Show.
No.
I never saw that.
No, it was good.
Hilarious.
They
that was
interviewed like the guy who drew the picture.
No
There was
way.
like the artist rendition, and it was literally like a pen like drawing. It was so bad.
2D.
And they're like, you're a professional artist? Nah. He's like, I'm not an artist.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, I feel like, man, is it like some white guy? He's got like short hair and glasses.
So you're saying you
And it just
saw
looks
a
like
leprechaun?
the
Y'all
guy
saw a
who drew
leprechaun?
the
Let me
picture.
say woo woo.
Anyway, I'm mixing it up.
That was the best.
Let me hear you say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mashed them up there. That was a remix.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay though.
Y'all see a leopard on the tree? Say yeah, yeah.
Woo woo. Yeah.
Oh, you mixed the woo woo
Yeah,
with
I
it,
did.
dude.
I did, yeah.
Dude, you fucking mashed the memes because that's an early meme, pretty
Yeah,
well,
like
right?
those are good memes.
It's a meme mash. Do people do that? Is that a thing?
Oh my
Dude,
God,
you know how there's
yeah.
mashup DJs? Is there mashup meme
Change the whole
artists?
podcast.
Crossovers.
Welcome to Meme Mash. I'm
Dude,
your
this is
host.
the-
Yeah.
This is a meme cast. You know, let's get ready to fuck.
Oh, Sega Meme Cast.
Guess who?
Bugle Boys.
It's that woo woo.
Damn. For real. This is the Bugle Boys Podcast, episode 6. Let's intro this bitch. I'm your host, Stax Chrissy, in the cut.
Stacks is facts.
Stax is back in the building. Actually, I never left. I've been here on every episode.
Stacks got
I was
racks.
never away, unless we did an episode without me. But
and
I
he
know.
don't pay tax.
I definitely pay taxes.
But
Actually, I just filed on the. I pay taxes.
That's how they got Capone.
Ooh, yeah. I actually just. We'll get in. I don't need to get into it. But I just filed my taxes.
Oh, let's get into it.
Let's get
line
into
by
break
line.
down my taxes.
Welcome to the Bugle Boys, folks. Tonight we're going to be breaking down Chris's taxes line by
Yes.
line.
Called
That's how they got
CRA.
Wesley Snipes.
Ooh. But yes, moving on. Continuing
That's how
with
they got
the
MC Hammer.
with the intros. Back in the building, we got Poppy Chulo, Mr. Vintage 905 here, ready to rock.
Shots to the clap.
2 shots and a clap. Let him come in. Mate.
Hey, y'all.
Ah,
Hope everybody had a swell weekend.
absolutely.
Things are good. Life is good. Let's cast. Let's roll. Let's rock.
Let's get ready to party.
Let's lean with it. Let's rock with it.
Nice. Feeling it.
Pass
Feel
it on.
Passing on the mic. And as usual, with his nice little beanie in the back corner, long sleeve Steve is out here with his long sleeves ready to rock. Ready
I
to-
just have to stick with the long sleeves now.
You have to. You're forever long sleeves. I mean, I can wear long sleeves. Doesn't matter. So can he. It's just the way it's gonna
You
be.
have to, though. You're
You know,
You're
but
contractually
yeah,
obligated.
Illaudible
Yeah.
Tommy Pickles is back.
When it's
Were
warm
you-
out, it's
I
no
keep saying
sleeves,
back,
Steve.
like everyone's back, like we've been gone somewhere.
Well, we since the last cast.
True, since last cast, which was like a minute
We're back.
since it was out. It was out a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
staggered since it
It's been a minute
was
since
a
I've
little
been-
over a week.
We're back, baby.
And you left early on the last one, so
Oh,
you know we're
so-
just always back. Every week, just remember that we're back.
And he's leaving early today.
And he's leaving early. Wow. But yeah, big up. Thanks for joining us, man.
I beat the
Early
pussy up.
morning man.
Yeah, that's serious because you're such a stud. Yo, we should go back into on the early tapes, which we didn't really talk. We should go back into your love life, Tom, because that was like
No,
a fun
get the
little,
fuck outta here.
you know,
No, that
follow up
wasn't-
on the dates.
That was fun at the time because it was still like warm out. and
Yeah.
things to do now.
Win-
it's
winter's
just
depressing.
sad.
But yo,
Yeah.
but this could be like the break of the new year, right? Cuffing season's coming to an end. You can come in and start, and how you're coming out of the hibernation,
Time
dude.
out. We should make a Tinder, like the three of us, the Bugle Boys, all three of us. And
Oh,
it's
just all three of us, literally.
pictures of us in like matching outfits, and
Yeah.
then like actually call it the Bugle Boys.
But we're just like it's just
We're
for hangouts.
we're three podcasters. Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Dude, the Bugle Boys do Tinder.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Except minus Chris.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I can't really be doing Tinder.
Unless Amanda wants it.
Chris is here just for fun. Oh.
I thought it was more like it was gonna be like just a Tinder for like hangouts. Like we're podcasters, like you know.
Shut the fuck up.
You know.
You're one of those girls that's like, I'm not here for hookups. It's like, yo, it's Tinder. Like,
I'm here for friendship
friends?
and then new experiences, first of all, and ready to grow. I'm ready to build, network. Let's grow, network. Let's build 2019.
Let's
all
get
right?
this bread, fam.
Let's go. Yeah, you want a link? You want a link? I want a link and build?
Oh, God.
Oh, man, we're casting, we're linking, we're building, man.
I've actually never heard.
You've never heard
someone
people-
say
no?
that. For real, for real.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like just making fun of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that, but I've never heard.
I hear it on a lot of podcasts and shit, and especially when they're like interviewing like just random people, just you know those like internet people that are always like they're always doing something, but you don't know what they do. You know what I mean? Like even like
I
those
always
media
hear
people,
like pyramid scam.
like, what do they
people saying
do?
that.
Like I know I get it. They have this. They're on this like YouTube, but what is their talent? What is their like? You know, they're like an Instagram model or something. And they're always like, let's build, let's work together. What are you doing together? Like, what are you doing? You're making a little Instagram video? You're making a picture?
They're
Is that your
building their
thing?
followers.
Yeah, those are the types of people I'm thinking of when I think about it.
I don't know.
You know?
That whole culture is beyond me.
Crazy. Well, I mean, we're kind of in the mix of it on this. We're just popping up on YouTube. We're just a podcast.
Just a podcast?
No, we are the podcast. That's not what I mean, bro. Not just the. We are the podcast, bro. We're podcasting, dude. I podcast.
Yes.
What up, dude?
Bro, pump the brakes.
Yeah, let's relax, set it back, and take a breath. No, but I was just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, you're drowning out. You're not feeling it at all.
What? Man.
You are baked, aren't you, Tom?
Oh man, I'm just super tired.
You are
It's been
uncomfortably
early
stoned
mornings.
right now
Well,
and
the
seeing
problem is
Jesus.
that I don't get mornings to sleep in, and then Sunday morning was my only morning in a long time, and I was ruined by our Saturday night. So I've been kind of reeling from that since.
Yeah.
I've
Yo,
caught
late night
back
Saturday. Dude, I hear you, dude. Late night Saturday nights were not a good mix for me, man. No more of that. No
Yeah,
more of
that's
those late
rough.
nights.
I know. Every
But-
time I tell myself, I'm like, man, I'm over that. And then once you start drinking, it's just your inhibitions go out the window.
Well, it's just easy to stay up late and
It's just kind of the story of life.
Well, yeah, I've already
Drinking
spent
your inhibitions
80
go out the
bucks.
window.
Like, what's
Yo,
another
chill.
couple,
Yeah.
you
Whatever
know,
you're
like-
doing, yeah. Fair enough.
I'm just talking straight up. Like, it's easy to just like keep getting carried away with whatever.
Yeah, though you're out. Yeah, you're a drink. Yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Food.
Well,
that-
no, I'm
that
just talking
comes
about in general,
naturally,
like, when
you know?
you're-
like, oh, I'm already like $80 deep in alcohol. Like, what's another $20 on food?
I'm not even talking about the money thing. I'm just saying in general, like just even staying up. Like if I drink, even drinking to like, if I drink too many beers and even if I'm up till midnight, I'm like still wrecked the next day. It's just consuming that much like alcohol and bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying it's like
And
easy to
getting
get
no
carried away.
sleep.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you never sleep well when you're like hungover and like you know recovery.
Sometimes I sleep like an animal.
But like, do you get a full sleep like when you pass out? Like
Yeah,
you
honestly,
you never wake up feeling like
Some-
shit.
Oh, I wake up feeling, but
what I
sometimes
mean, but-
sometimes I'll just rock for like 10 hours.
But are
Like,
you
I'll just
asleep?
pass
Asleep?
out.
I'll be
There's-
out, but I'm
there's
like
times
up
I'll
and
be,
down.
as your boy would say, out like a light.
I like a light man. Shit.
I took half a Xan.
Oh shit, man, just a half.
Yeah.
Just a half. Just a half. I
Just
don't
as,
get carried
just
away.
as prescribed.
Yeah, realistically, like he definitely could have went in and said I did like a full Xan, 10 Xans would have been cool. Yeah, I did
Would it?
16, I did 16 Xans right before, and then whatever. I did 16. Yeah,
Then you're promoting
18
like,
hours.
Yeah,
then
you're promoting prescription pill abuse.
I mean, you probably shouldn't promote it at all.
You
But if you're
should've
gonna
been
do it,
like-
you might as well go in. I
I took some NyQuil. NyQuil.
took a gravel and I was good for the ride.
Yeah.
I felt ill. I took a Graville.
Yo, anything you do in that flow is like kind of tight, you know.
Took some Imodium so I wouldn't have to shit.
Yeah, right?
That's a good festival move for anyone that's gonna do any of that soon. Festival season's coming up.
You say 18 hours Thailand or 16? I
Imodium.
was trying to think of that right now.
Wow.
I did half a
20.
Xan.
I took half a
Xan.
14 hours.
till
14 hours to Japan? 14?
14 hours to Japan. Yeah.
Till I land?
Till I
What
land
is
in
it?
Japan.
We're really...
I have to look it up. I'm butchering those lyrics.
Yeah.
You started twisting them up. I
Fuck.
don't really care, to be honest, but
Yeah, What do
Yeah.
you don't care about anything though. What do
Yeah,
you
what
care
do
about?
you care about,
You know what the
Tom?
fuck do you
Let's
care
ta-
about,
let's
man?
talk.
You know what? We were trying to. You know, we're shitting here. We're ranting. We're getting into it. What do you care about in life? What makes you tick? What gets you hard?
do
What gets you out of bed?
Tom,
man?
this, Tom, this isn't actually.
wanna know- I
This
wanna
isn't
get
actually
deep.
a podcast. Let's put the mics down, everyone.
I was gonna
Listen,
say, this
man.
feels like an intervention. Yeah. I felt like my mom's had to pop out from behind that fucking closet.
We've been doing this
I
for
was
like
just gonna
20
say
weeks
it.
to
This
lead
guy
up to this.
fucks. Am I right?
You have smoked yourself
A little bit there.
So what the fuck do you? Yeah, you heard Dr. Phil on Rogan, right? So let's talk about it.
We're only doing that. We're
Let's
only doing
break
this because
this
we
shit
love
down,
you.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good though.
That was a good podcast.
He was also like he sounded just like a lot more calm, like a lot more soothing almost, as
He's
opposed
so
to
country.
as opposed to.
But he comes off so well read
Oh, yeah.
and smooth with it. Just like the way he talks is like he seems confident. He has that confidence.
Oh
He's
yeah, I didn't mean that like.
he's been in it for like whatever 45
Yeah.
years, so like.
Yeah, I didn't mean that insulting. I just mean like he's actually just like so from the country.
Oh, 100%.
Like he was talking at one point. He's like,
I don't mean
I just
that
remember
either.
like
No, I wasn't-
swimming in the pool, running barefoot, like just
a-
like straight like country
He's
things.
just a good old country boy.
Oh yeah, that's
all,
right. Yeah,
man. That's
and
all
like
it is.
and like when he just talks, like naturally, he's still got that drawl. Like it's not
Yeah.
just for TV at all.
No,
that's
no,
just
for
like-
sure.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty cool, chill guy. We were saying before the cast, never thought like I'd like Dr. Phil. Like really changed my opinion.
Yeah, I saw it pop up.
I always
on-
kind of think he was kind of a dick. I always think of the video where he kicked the bum fights guy off. You ever see that?
No.
It's funny. The bum fights guy came dressed exactly like him, like to the T.
That was hilarious.
Had the exact same suit, exact
Absolutely.
same tie, and
Fake
put like a
mustache, didn't
fake
he have?
mustache and put like a bald spot on, so he had like the same hair.
Dude,
Bald
Dude,
cap.
it was funny.
It was classic.
Dr. Phil was
check
a punk on that though, but like, it's all scripted for TV, right? Like,
Well, that's the thing is he even said that at one point. He's like, man, we're not out there doing 8-minute miracles. Like we're
Yeah.
just trying to like open people up to the idea that they can change or whatever. When I was like, yeah, I see
Yeah.
that angle now, I guess. And what you're
and he
I
talked.
don't
Oh, sorry.
no good.
And then he brought up that one point where he's talking about, what was one of the big things that happened, like, and he was saying, well, some of the ones they might see them like a person, it might not work for them, right? They might go through whether they're an addict or they have whatever issue, and it might not get resolved and they'll fail or they'll try to, or they'll be like just a terrible mannered, just be a crappy person, and someone else will see that and be like, wow, I do that. I say those things. I'm like that person. I gotta change, and they'll be like, "Oh man, it made me realize who I am." Even if the person on the show wasn't directly affected, it also countered other people that got affected because of it.
sense.
So that was kind of neat too. I'm sure, like even ones that do work in recovery stories, everyone loves a good recovery story. So, you hear that I can hit it. That's inspirational, right? And people need that in life and stuff. And then the next day you got Alex Jones on the podcast.
Yeah, man. Wild.
Craziness. But yeah, that was good. It gave you another insight on him as a person too. And yeah, you brought up a good point too, saying like, yeah, it's like you have those perspectives on people, and you see like, oh, like some talk show. Like, no, let's be honest. Did we ever watch Dr. Phil regularly?
Very rarely.
Very rarely. Maybe it was on, and you're like
maybe
skipping
like
school.
my mom. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
maybe if I saw my mom
Those
watching
were
it, I was just
daytime
TV.
skipping school.
Yeah.
We're blazing in the yard and coming in like,
Or
oh,
just
okay,
home
it's just
sick like a fucking good child that I was.
whatever.
Jeez.
blazing in
life,
the front
man.
yard. Sinner.
At
Sinner,
home,
you-
yeah, I was at home reading my Bible verses.
You never had me days in high school where you're like,
Me
I need a
days.
me day. What's that?
A nice
Just chill at
mental
home.
health day.
Yeah, bro.
Actually, I used to skip a lot of school with your fiance.
Oh.
You can ask her about that. We used to.
Hey, you can ask her about that.
You can ask her about that. Hey, yo, I hear some underlining tones, baby.
We used to hang.
Cash me outside.
out.
How about references? Yeah,
Shout
we're
out
here.
Dr.
We do
Shout out,
this
shout
now.
out Dr. Phil.
This is a
Yeah.
podcast. We do this now.
Speaking
What
of
up? Continue.
Speaking of Cash Me Outside, shout out
No,
Dr.
it
Phil.
was just- It was fun.
Yeah.
Skipping
Yeah,
school's- skipping school's cool.
Dude, I remember skipping school and coming to your school to like pick up Mike Bacher and.
Oh, they were say to pick fights. I was like, what the fuck?
Whoa! When do I strike you
kinda
like the person that
territorial.
would? That's
Hell yeah.
strange. I don't think that'd be.
You guys were like that in high school.
No, that's not my MO, bro.
You guys were totally the kids that at parties. You would just like walk around like, looking
No.
like, yo, where's the fight at tonight?
Oh no, I
Who am
was.
I gonna bottle tonight?
Oh, the opposite.
Who am I gonna get in an argument about who smokes better weed?
Oh.
None of y'all can roll blunts.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
That's
It
a
was-
real thing that happened, by the way. They fought kids over who smoked better weed.
That did not happen. It was
This
what?
was
No.
like 4 weeks ago.
Yo, it did happen, but this was back in like 2011 and two buddies.
2011.
It was.
I
It
honestly
was when they were
thought
in
that it was
Guelph,
like-
and I was at Matt's house in Guelph.
I thought it
at a
happened
party.
when you guys were like 17 when you were like high
No.
school. This is way funnier.
No,
than
it's funnier. It's there. It's
yeah.
like, but they were like so drunk and just like it was like anything to pick a fight, right? And then this guy just started talking shit, and then like people got like, what the fuck? It was literally like there was a reason, and then like the other dudes got their back up. So it was literally the guy that was at the party that nobody really fucked with. He was the one who was just like started talking. She's like, oh, I can't even like kind of like what you said about that rapper one time that was. You know what I mean? like was like, oh, like just being elitist, like that kind of thing. It was totally stupid. I'm at the time, but those
It's a hilarious.
I was there. It was
story,
funny. It was hilarious.
Should we tell
though.
it?
A very anecdotal.
The story? The story is just
we
about.
kind of told.
That's
it.
kind of the story.
Yeah.
It was at a house party. This
Rapper?
a bro up there. What?
Who raps? You said.
Oh no, that's
Raps?
separate.
Oh, that was different things. Oh, okay.
Different story. Different story.
Okay. Thought you beat up a rapper.
No.
Maybe
no.
it was Freeway and you stole his chain.
No, it's just these kids were like talking to the other guys, and they were like, "Oh, your weed's terrible," just like that kind of shit. Like, "I don't like this. What do you? Blah blah blah. Whatever." Macho stuff.
Grown up shit.
Grown up shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. So stupid shit, and they all got in a big argument. No, they didn't even know. They didn't. Even, no one actually fought. Nobody actually fist fought over it, but
Yeah,
it
but
was
it's
just
way
stupid.
funnier to think that you guys did.
Oh, for sure, it's funny. You keep saying you guys.
Don't you see the
I guess I was
crystals
there.
on this?
Oh man.
Yo, smoke some of this, but don't, cause it's mine.
That definitely wasn't. I told you how it was. It was just.
You're such a loser. I'm gonna get you so high, bro. Yeah.
That's actually a good.
Stupid
That's
though,
actually a
bro.
really good ploy. Like
It's so
you
stupid.
go to a
when
party
you-
with no weed, and you're like, yo, I bet your weed sucks.
Yeah.
Like, prove it.
That smells like shit. Yeah.
Dude, can you think back to different things that you guys did, or think about things in high school that happened, or even like 10 years ago after high school, 10 plus years ago that happened that were probably such a big deal at the time, and now we're like, what the fuck was that even like a concern or
Yo,
a big
I
deal?
went
I
off
think
on my
back to those
roommates-
things sometime, and I'm like, why?
I went off with my roommates like 6 months ago one morning when I was just like, sometimes I just
Even
don't
short-
eat. Sometimes I just don't eat for like a long time, and it had been like 18 hours, and I was just like hangry as hell. But I saw one of my roommates eating a box of Ritz crackers, and I thought they were mine, and I just fucking snapped, man. And then like it was one of those things where like I was like in the middle of making breakfast too, and I snapped, and then like right after I ate, I just like had a moment to be like, shit. And then the worst part about it was I realized they weren't even mine. They had bought. Taylor had went and bought the exact same thing because he saw me, and I was just like, oh man, I look like a fucking asshole.
That's the most awkward thing too, and then it's like you realize it like probably right away, pretty quickly.
Yeah, but sometimes now, like, I realize that a lot of the time when I'm getting like real fed up, I'm just like, shit, it's been like 16 hours since I've eaten. Like, I gotta.
Well, it's good for you to. I think that's good. I think it's good for you to like be able to at least realize why you're getting angry and at certain
Most of
things
the
and
time,
analyze
yeah.
it. Because I do it all the time, man. Fucking freak out or get pissed if I'm stressed about nothing, and other things will make me get overreact.
Yeah, it's one of those camel or the straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing. It's just like eventually just the one thing sets you off.
Yeah, it's just like it's like I guess the goal is to be able to counteract that, is to not do that stuff, or like know when you're gonna do it, and not because I always find out
In a perfect
after I
world,
realize it.
yeah.
I realized it after the fact. I freak out. I'm like, oh, why was I freaking out about that? Or why was I acting
Hindsight's
like?
always 20/20. That's the problem. Like, it's
must be,
hard
man.
to it's hard
Must
to
be.
act in the moment.
It is. Like that's like I find that to be the biggest drawback or the biggest ish. But yeah. So anyway, how are you guys doing this week? You guys all super quiet today.
You think?
Yeah, Gio, you hungover?
No, no, not really.
Oh, all right.
No, I got a couple of beers in me now, so I'm good.
You're feeling nice?
Feeling nice, yeah.
It,
I was moving a little slow this morning. I just, you know,
standard.
yeah, standard.
Yo, I heard you got some free drinks last night, though, so that's lit.
Don't be,
What's
Blowing
wrong
up
with
the
that?
spot.
man, don't be blowing up my spot.
Ah, sorry, man. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not trying to talk about it on the air. And
Oh, I didn't think it was like a bad thing. It was like it's a fair thing, isn't it? Like it's not like it's an illegal thing.
And it's at this establishment. and
yeah,
I just mean like
let me tell you about the person who was
he's
giving me
got
free
a sugar
drink.
mom in his life, is all I'm saying. I'm just joking.
I wish. Shit. I actually shout out any potential sugar mamas out there. Feel free to DM at the Bugle Boys Pod.
We might have to nickname him 3-Pac because this guy gets around.
Ooh.
Even more than Tupac? Why 3?
Maybe.
Wait,
Huh?
with sugar mamas or
Can't do
just
Tupac.
women in general?
Just trademark
Yeah.
nightmare. Yeah.
3-pack.
We're the 3-pack.
3-pack?
We'll go with 6-Pac. Just say it weird.
6 lakh?
What are we talking about now?
I have no idea what we're talking about. This is dragging on into some fucking bullshit and some tomfoolery.
But yeah,
If I
everything's-
was listening to the podcast right now, I probably would have turned off.
Man, this is why I wanted to have a coffee because I knew I wasn't in the right
No,
headset for
everything's good to answer your question, man. Yeah, did a little drinking. We drank on Saturday, which was fun.
Yeah.
Went out to the Atria, also known as the Atria.
Oh yeah.
We did. No, we were at the Diesel Room, baby. Get it
Oh,
right.
is that the difference? Diesel. It was so funny, and this guy was in the store today. Oh no, sorry, it was when I was out last night. This guy knew Sheldon, like I guess from class, and he was like, oh, like I'm really into metal, and I was like, oh, like do you like the H or whatever? He's like, yeah, it's my favorite free bar in Oshawa. I was like, free bar? He's like, I paid 2 admissions. I paid to the Atria and the Diesel Room somehow by accident. He's like, yeah, I love it because it's free to go there. And I was like, I paid $15.
How'd you pay for the fucking Atria?
I was downstairs. I was chilling in the Atria because like Mikey told me
Taylor
that's
did
where the
that
show
too,
was. Yeah, Taylor didn't do it too. But then they gave him his $5 back, but I just didn't ask. I didn't care.
He had another mark on his hand.
I had both.
Because they tagged him like, yo, this guy's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. I had the
T-Bone's
same
always
thing.
a problem, man. Everyone knows
yeah.
that.
T-Bone is a problem.
He
Yeah.
walks in swinging his big daddy dick all over the place, and people are like, whoa.
Dude, he comes through like a fucking bull in a china shop, man. Just fucking swinging dicks everywhere, you know. Goddamn. Goddamn. I'm just thinking about it now, man. I'm a little nervous just thinking about it. Fuck, man. I hope I don't run into him this weekend. Shit.
No, but what is there? Mellow Honey? Mellow Honey.
Mellow
Yeah,
Honey
Hello.
is their band, yes.
I thought they were Hello Money.
No, Mellow Honey. And
Ah.
they're good, especially the guy on the drums.
Yeah, Mr. Ristovsky.
No, Dave's also the thing that's so good about that is like.
it's kind of mean to Dave.
Well, I was just.
Dave's really good too.
Yeah, I know he is.
And they're
but-
2-piece. To be like, that guy's really good.
No, but no.
Oh,
Let
so
me
we know
finish.
who's Tom's favorite band member is.
You also did
Tom
Oh,
like-
you're gonna get the sticker
Tom
book
likes-
and only do his pictures?
Tom likes the Mellow Honey, not the Hello Money.
He was a Backstreet fucking bandit back in the day.
It's also because the mixing was done horribly, and
Yeah,
I didn't hear a
sound wasn't
single
good.
word.
I
I
know.
know Dave's a really good
I
singer,
was-
and I didn't hear a word he
Yeah.
sang the entire time.
Yeah.
I was drunk and I was like, "Hey, like, good job," and I could tell he was like, "Yeah, thanks." And I was
Also,
like,
Risto told me the next morning that you remember the song at one point that he was playing like really fast on the drums, and it had that crazy like.
Oh, that was so
Yeah.
sick.
He said that apparently because he started it with the drums, he started it like way too fast. But like when you start a song, you can't like slow it down. And Dave and him like made a look at each other, and they were just like, "Oh shit!" And they were just like hustling ass and like sweating, like playing it out fast as shit.
That was my favorite song they played.
I know, right? The little
100%.
Yeah, that's dope.
"Yeah,
And the one with the cowbell was
Yeah.
gnarly,
Yeah,
so.
needed maybe more cowbell.
yeah." Gino was saying that. He's like, "Yo,
Yeah, shout out Mellow Honey though. Check
Shout out the
them
cowbell.
if
Shout the
anyone's
fuck
listening.
out, Mellow
Especially if
Honey.
you like some
Shout
of
out
that
Mellow
new. What
Honey.
would you call them? Like alternative.
We should
rock?
play a Mellow Honey song.
yeah, we definitely will sometime. I don't have anything queued up. but
Okay.
we can. We will.
Yeah.
We will. We'll bring them up. We'll do it like on an outro one time. Throw a
Yeah, I
track
like
on
that.
it. We'll do it.
Maybe
Boom.
next week.
Yeah.
Next week we'll
Try to remember that.
we'll-
Gotta remember that.
somebody add us, remind us.
Yeah, so one of you two get the MP3, get it off your roommate's boyfriend, and we'll play it.
Mm.
We'll drop
Get
it.
it off your
drop it
half,
on
get
an
it off your
outro.
half roommate.
Half roommate?
Your step roommate.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
step roommate. Yeah.
I don't know my real roommate.
He's not my full roommate, but he's cool. Like, he takes me to things. Buys me a fucking ice cream once a week. Takes me to the
Hey,
store.
Risto, want to play catch?
I don't know my real dad, but fuck it, you'll do.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, shout out to not knowing your real dad. No, I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, we're alienated.
It's a weird episode.
Yeah, this is getting really weird, but I'm having a lot of fun hanging out with you fellas. A lot of fun.
You know what sample that would be?
What are you doing, Tom? Oh, I couldn't see your
Sorry,
knee,
I
and I
was
thought you were just
scratching.
going like this. And I was
Oh.
like, what kind of hand motion is this?
I'm all dry from the weather.
You dry from the
itchy.
weather?
My face has been mad itchy, man.
Oh,
Anybody getting that?
I just hate the winter, man.
Yeah.
My skin gets so itchy.
Dude, and yeah, it gets
Like
my
uncomfortable
beard
and just
gets all,
dry.
like-
I'm saying it. It's just like I'm constantly scratching like a fucking animal.
That's always an issue. Yo, we're we're like 20 minutes deep. We haven't talked about anything hip hop.
It's not healthy living in Canada, man.
It's
like,
not.
It's
It's not.
so
Dude, I
cold.
shoveled
It's
3
so
different times
dangerous.
Today. Like
Yeah.
my back is just like all sorts of fucked up.
My boy Mikey came to the store today. He's like, I spun out twice driving here. I was like, yeah, it's fucking dangerous out there, man. Like, just living in Canada is dangerous. Like, trying to drive to the store is dangerous. Like,
Dude, it was brutal coming home on the highway. Like, I felt my car slipping, and we're in the Jeep with like all-wheel
It's not
drive
even
and shit.
That bad. Here.
That's
There's
what I mean.
places
It's not
around
even
the
that
world
bad,
have,
for
like,
sure.
Yeah, like
For
feet
sure,
of
but on the
snow.
highway today, when I would brake, like I felt it sliding a bit, so I had to like go so careful.
Yeah, my brakes fucking.
'Cause we were in the
a
thick of
nightmare
it.
today.
when we were coming home. But yeah, let's get into some hip hop. Did you guys listen to the Little Pump?
oh, hell yeah.
I listen to snippets, but no.
I listen to it a lot. I like it.
I know
I
you
felt
did.
old listening to it.
I know. I liked some of the
There's
jams.
just a lot of lines,
of it
like-
we knew a bunch of the tracks. Off
Yeah,
it anyway.
for sure. But I still like a lot of songs that I hadn't heard.
I'm a beat guy, so like there's
I like
always, there's always a lot of good beats. There's
Do
always good beats
you
on
like the
it.
beats? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of them I really like.
I was gonna say.
Even like I love it. I
think
like the beat. I love it.
I think he's got a really good ear for beats.
I think that's a lot.
And I think I think we were just gonna say the exact same point. I think when you're like a rapper like that, who isn't like a great rapper, it's kind of like a fun like party rapper, like ignorant rapper, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, for
It's a turn up rapper, I guess. Is what I'm trying to say.
Not even lack of a better term. 100%. He should know he's not a lyrical
Exactly.
storytelling
I think
rapper.
beat selection is huge when you're that kind of a rapper.
Yeah, you need to. It needs.
And
to,
I think Pump's got a good like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like Gucci Gang's not an amazing song, but it's got a cool beat. Like, you know, it's just stuff people can get caught into. Like, a lot of them are simple too. Like,
100%.
simple but catchy. Like that's what his lyrics are too, right?
And you know what? Back in the day, think about when we were like young in like the mid 2000s stuff. Like when Lil Wayne was popping and stuff. People weren't always on Wayne right away. Like he wasn't considered super lyrical at first. I felt like old school heads weren't like right away on him and stuff. Some of those guys.
Yeah.
Are you trying to compare?
No, not at all. It's okay, not even that. Like I'm thinking, okay, maybe
do
not
both.
Wayne.
They do both have.
Wayne's
the
a bad one. Wayne's a bad one.
They do
But
both.
it's the auto tune. It's the auto tune side of things I'm thinking of as well. I just mean, sorry, not even the lyrical part, but for Wayne, for like I'm thinking about like that area. Like it's just.
Do you know what they have in common?
The group behind? What?
The same first name.
They're both named Dwayne.
Lil.
No. Okay. Sorry. Not speaking
Garcia
lyrically,
or
but I'm
something.
speaking of like
that his
just like time frames, right? Like think about it. Like in the mid 2000s when autotune was starting to come around, and older rappers weren't always onto that sound. They weren't. You know what I mean? Like even in like the 90s, like from like there's always been that evolution. The older group is always at first you're like, I mean that's why I'm just thinking why like Lil Pump gets a hard rap from like the older generation. Lil Uzi Vert would go on to have beef with Ebro and the like Lil Yachty and all those guys, right? You know what I mean?
Ebro's a cranky old man. Though.
He's cranky old man. But you know what? Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make any sense at all or no? No one's answering.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
I'm
I
talking to
just don't-
myself.
I'm listening. I agree.
Yeah, okay, so I'm asking yes or no. Like I was talking, yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, Lil Pump his beats are catchy, and yeah, I just mean like it's.
I think he picks good features too.
That's what the kids are into right now, right?
I think
for
they're
whatever reason they like a big emphasis on a catchy beat. You can just repeat the lyrics. You can vibe with it. That's the vibe. I think is the big thing.
I think there must be a lot of money behind Lil Pump too, behind like his record label and that, because they're always getting him big features, like big producers.
For sure.
Like, you know what I mean?
All those little rappers, they probably.
Oh yeah, but I think like him, I see it big. Like he had
sure.
like he had him and Kanye did a track that was on his album.
But that's each time. I bet you that's like when.
There was who
That's
else
the
was
way. Well, that's
Lil
still
Wayne
the
was on
wave,
there, right? Like
Yeah.
like
He just had a track with Lil Wayne, didn't he?
yeah, on that album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that I had read about
YG was on there.
Yeah,
One of
I
the
actually
things I
didn't
read
mind that
about
one.
that album is that
The Lil Wayne track I did like.
it had been pushed back so much, right? Because people are speculating that the label was trying to have like a lot more input on what the album was going to sound like, and a lot of people's criticisms with it are that it sounded like too polished of a sound for like what Lil Pump is,
I could see that. He's a Florida man.
I didn't listen to it, so I watched Fantano's thing, and then I was reading the comments and shit.
I like.
I can understand. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I like that track, Stripper Name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't wait to do that at a strip club. If I was to ever go.
If you're ever to go.
Yeah.
Yo, I agree with that because I heard I was listening to an interview one time, and X was talking about it. XXX was talking about it. And yeah, he was saying like, at first people weren't fucking with the amount of distortion. He has that like "Look at Me" track. It's like so distorted and shit. And some people were like, "What the fuck? It just sounds like so distorted." But like, he's like, "That's what he was just going for, or whatever, right?" So like sometimes certain
Tupac was
artists
like that
go
back
for
in
a
the
raw
days.
sound,
What
right?
he was going for with his vocals was more of like a raw.
Yeah, I mean, and the time was just a different time.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no, but completely right. Like it's like it's a stylistic thing at that point. I guess you could say, because it's like not like it's. I guess they're not saying like it's bad, but overproduced for sure. You can.
I
Be
hate
overproduced.
when stuff is like I think bands like in
Yo,
was a solid
right in the
noise.
mic, man.
Yeah.
Right in the
Sorry.
mic. Yo, shouts out to the listeners.
why that was bad, huh?
Yo, I'm not clipping that out.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck 'em.
Leave it. I'm isolated too.
Yeah. There's bands like rock bands get super overproduced sometimes. You take a band like Imagine Dragons or something. Like they just got such a huge sound. It doesn't even sound like they're actually like playing drums or anything.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's like, is that the style they're going for though?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it is for sure. That's what they want
Oh.
to sound like. But some bands just sound so overproduced, right? Like,
They're more like, oh, you're thinking of like more electronic.
yeah. Well, I'm thinking of
You're
like
looking
when.
at me when you said that.
Yeah,
you were
but
actually
I thought you were
both.
asking me a question. You
Yeah.
were looking right at top.
sorry.
I got the. I paused too. Yeah.
Sorry,
piece
dude.
of shit there.
I'm just looking at both y'all. Anyway, so
Alright,
you're
it
thinking
can
like
be
they're more like
anything.
you got crazy eyes, man.
like, you know what I mean? Like they have more like of electronic sound to them.
Yeah, like, well, not even that they have an electronic song. It just doesn't sound like guys playing an instrument singing songs.
Do they
right?
have a drummer that plays the drums?
I assume so. Like they're
Or do
they're
they
supposed to,
have-
they're a band, right? Like,
Yeah, but maybe certain parts they use drum machines.
of course.
maybe
Yeah,
they,
that's what I mean. But there's too much of that, like where you can tell it's not
they're
like
going for
you
that.
can.
Right? I thought you were thinking of like certain bands, like like when they play live, they have a really good live sound. Man, I'm trying to think of a band that I can think of. But like certain
That
albums,
sounds really
like
good live?
they've done an album where like, oh, that album's just like too overproduced. They have a great raw album that sounds really good, and then they get bigger, more money, and they're overproduced. They got too much outsourced input onto it, and like it's, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you're talking about too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks in the kitchen, but also like with how you're doing it.
I'm talking about just
Over, like, if
straight,
you're a band
I'm talking
that
about
just-
just like production.
You go from like low quality production to like, then you have like you have more money, so you just start overproducing stuff or having too much outside influence from like labels and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But like Imagine Dragons, if that's their sound, like, you know, they're going for like a more raw. They're not trying to sound like you're like they don't want to sound like a raw drum and.
Yeah, exactly.
Guitar sound.
But
They're
that's
going for that.
that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I don't like that sound. Like,
Oh, you don't like
like
that sound in general?
like just really overproduced. Like, yeah, like I like more of like you can tell it's like, okay, this guy actually is like in a studio just playing that instrument. Like, even like I remember when Lil Wayne used to
you
do
hate
like
dubstep.
remember when Lil Wayne used to do like his rock album.
Yeah.
I remember watching a video like the making of, and it's not like he wasn't like a great guitar player, right? Like it's not like he got into the booth and just fucking bow, wow, 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 like slammed his verses. He would literally play ding like one chord, and then like ding like another one basically, and they would just like make a song out of it because they would get all the sounds, and then they would produce it and then make. But it was like. And you can tell when they do that, and it didn't sound bad. Like it's like some of the tracks were good.
That's like just one example of it, but you can do that
Exactly,
kind of stuff.
but that's what I'm
really
saying.
Cool, right?
And that's
like
what
where
I'm
you're
saying.
just like sampling
For
sounds
sure.
and stuff.
I guess in general, I don't like that sound. I'm sure there's examples of ones that they've done really well and like.
But like even old school hip hop is still sampled, right?
Yeah, we're going way. We're going
getting
way
in
far
depth.
from where. Yeah, all I'm saying is like I like
Like if you're
just a
sampling, like,
rawer sound, I guess. Like, just to sum it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, shout out Lil Pump.
Shout out.
Fun album,
so at
man.
the end of it,
Yeah.
shout out Lil Pump is what we're getting at.
Would you guys give that out of a 10?
I have no room.
That's,
6?
Oh, I thought you were gonna give it a out of 10.
6? For me,
I don't know.
I'm tough. 6.5. 6.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a light to medium 7.
The hell's a light to medium 7? So
A
a
7 point, a
7.5?
7.2, a
7.2,
7.2, 7.4.
Oh, not even a mid.
Yeah, like
Medium. You said medium. That's middle.
like a light to middle,
Pretty much.
a light to mid.
3.5.
For like a
7.7.35.
7.49.
7.49. Almost.
Just
Almost.
just
but like,
under 7.5. Yeah,
But not. Like almost. But
That's
like.
like a pretty good score.
yeah, I thought it was a pretty good album. Not quite 75 out of 100.
I'm not a huge like Lil Pump fan, so that's just why I'm like, yeah, it's about a 6. Like I like some songs in it. Like I said, there's a bunch of beats on there.
I like Lil Pump.
I like him too. I don't overly listen to him. Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm more of a like out of like all those kind of cats because I'll put them in the same kind of pocket. I'm more of a Smoke Perp
I
kind
was
of guy.
speaking of perp. You know what I think is super lame? That they fucking the way these kids. So wow, that was an old man sentence. But the way these kids like. The way these kids like promote albums and that, they do like fake internet beefs now. Yeah, did you see that? Pump and Perp like fake beefing like the
That's
day
so
before
silly.
Pump's album comes out. Like, hey Smoke Perp, you a bitch, like tagging him in his Instagram story. And it's like, oh, when I see you, it's on site. And then like Smoke Perp's going back at him. It's like, oh, like I just saw like the top comment like on the thread about them fight was like, somebody's got an album coming out. Yeah.
It's like that's like the new calling card.
Right? It's like, oh my god, man, come on. Like, you guys who are best friends and both like famous are having a little stage beef that nobody's,
Like nobody really gives a shit about.
Right?
No, that's just like the move, right?
It was about like who put who onto like some SoundCloud.
I introduced you to,
Yeah.
hey, first time you stayed at Dr. Dre's house, I introduced you. Like, whatever they were saying. It was just ridiculous, man. Silliness, pettiness.
The state we're in.
Yeah, this is a crazy world.
Pure madness.
You were talking about Fantano. He did not like Drip or Drown too.
I didn't watch that. I've only heard a couple tracks of that.
He gave it a Drip or Drown 2 out of 10.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty fun. I didn't think it was a very good Gunna album, though, to be honest. I think it was like probably one of the worst things he's put out. It was okay. Like, I'd probably give it like a 5.
All right.
Gunna?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it all.
It opened really slow too. I found. I didn't like the first few tracks.
Dude, I found it was slow. I didn't like the beats were okay.
I didn't find they had any beats that I was like there was no like
and that's the thing with his music is he needs to have good beats.
It
on his
needs to be
music.
immediately catchy.
And the beats need to be sick, and he can ride them the right
Yeah,
way.
it didn't
with
really
his
have the
flow,
same sort of-
and
yeah.
I like it. Like sometimes I like his flow. I like the way he kind of goes on the tracks, but not when it's on not the best beats and that because he's not a lyrical rapper.
It felt
either.
like a lot
I
of
don't-
throwaways.
I don't listen to his lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't sound like anything that he was. I don't know.
I don't know.
I just wasn't into it. I'm the same. Wasn't really my sound.
Off this wave. Like there was nothing catchy. Like there's nothing I find myself like really singing off that.
Dude, what?
Even on Offset's album, like another album that came out, there was that Wild Wild West track and it had Gunna on it.
Yeah.
And I thought that song was better than like.
Oh, the Offset album. We didn't talk about that album. either.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah. Did we talk about it last week?
I think we touched on it when we talked last week. It had just come out. Like
Yeah.
we talked on the Friday.
That
Yeah.
day.
And we tried to like digest these a little, but we just kind of heard them.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Offset's album I like too. I think that was my favorite Migos album.
I think it might be.
Yeah, out of all of them, I think that's the best one
Yeah,
so
for
far. I
real.
think that one's gonna have the most legs, and it'll have. I want to pull up I almost want to pull up the track list.
I was just gonna grab my phone to check it. I honestly wanna, cause it was good. Like the one we were just talking about, Wild Wild West, was really good. The J. Cole song obviously was like the one that's gonna get the most play.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Did you watch that Middle Child video?
No, I haven't even seen the
You
video
watched
yet
it,
for Middle
right?
Child. Was it good?
It was really good. I liked it. It was very
Yeah, it was different.
yeah. It was. I like it when they do weird videos.
The strobe, I guess, effect.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool.
I like the your favorite rapper like on the mantle. That was cool.
You're right there, Tom.
Yeah, my eyes are just like super dry right now. I'm having a hard time. I gotta get out of here in a minute
Don't-
anyway. So.
Jeez, this guy.
Sorry, guys.
This guy, man, he just shows up when he wants. Leaves
I was
when he
here at
wants.
7. This guy
Doesn't give
showed
up.
up when he wants. What do
He
you
had
think
car
about?
trouble, man.
No,
He did text. He had car trouble.
Yeah, that is true. And I got Subway.
This fuck got Subway. He did say 7, but nah. Gino's when he says 7, I always like, all right, it's 7:30.
Yeah, I texted you at 7 and I couldn't get my car going.
No, but even going into, I was like, 7:30.
It was like it was just so icy.
I'm on
It was
similar
so icy out.
Oh no,
My
for sure,
car is
take
like
your
just
time, man.
completely frozen over. It was fucked. Canada, man. Shouts out Canada.
Craziness. No, but the Offset album.
I liked it a lot. Did you pull up the track list?
No.
No?
I thought
I really liked it. It's like it's a Migos album. Don't get me wrong. And there was a song with Offset. I think it was called For Show For Show. Was that the one? Who was on that? Whoever was on that was a good track. There's good
For Show.
features. Was there a 21 Savage feature on there?
I'm pulling up the track.
No,
list,
he's in
so you
jail,
guys-
dog.
Doesn't mean they couldn't have recorded something before.
No, that's just joking.
But he's not in jail anymore too. They freed 21 Savage. I can take my free 21 Savage t-shirt back.
Take your free Coney shirt back, too.
Coney 2014, never forget.
2012, wasn't it?
Was it 2012?
I think
Yeah,
it was
fuck
2012,
us.
yeah.
It was that long ago, eh? Was it 2016 maybe?
Jack
It doesn't feel
in
like
San Diego.
Jack. Wow, that was a long time too.
That was good stuff, man. I saw someone with a free Coney sticker on their bumper a little while ago, and I was really hoping it was ironic, like one of those, like,
The Coney ones?
yeah.
It was legit?
Well, it was a sticker. It says,
They
like,
didn't
Coney,
take
Oh, you
off.
just saw it on the button. Never mind.
Coney 2012. Or
I would
whatever.
love to make a funny one that was like Coney 2012, like crossed out, like 2014, like crossed out, like 20.
The way you said hoping it was fake, I was like, oh, wait, so you talked to them and figured it out, and then they said it wasn't, and they were like, nah, man, it was legit. Like, they're still believers. I wonder if they're still, like, Coney believers that are like, nah, man, it was real. That was just, like, a crazy, like, alternative conspiracy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the amount of conspiracy theorists out there, probably.
Yeah, there's conspiracies for everything. Just ask Eddie Bravo or Alex Jones.
I personally believe that conspiracy theories are conspiracy theories.
There's something to it, dude. Look into it.
Conspiracy theories are a way to keep the masses distracted.
I'm just saying, if you look
that's a
into
dope
it,
shirt, by the way. I just saw that. The Buffy. That's sick.
Yeah, thanks, man.
for all the YouTube viewers, why don't you break down? We're gonna jump into Vintage's 905's T-shirt breakdown of the week. Explain the piece that you're wearing right now.
That's it.
No, explain the piece. Tell them.
It's a old Buffy tee. It's like.
So Poppy Chulo, for the people who aren't watching right now.
You describe it to him.
What the bro? Come on, man. Like, you can't explain your own shirt. All right, this man's wearing a fucking goddamn Buffy the Vampire Slayer T-shirt that says, what does that say? Ghoul on the top. Good. I couldn't see the top part of the D and the other part of the D is hidden. Evil Spike on the back with some dude. Who the fuck's on the back of that T-shirt?
That's Seth Green, fam.
Seth Green.
Ghouls, magnets.
That's
Green.
Dr. Evil's son.
Seth Green? That's Seth Green. Turn around.
No, I'm wrong. Actually, it's
That is not Seth
Nah,
Green.
he's
man.
on the show though.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second. That's not Seth Green, because I would have recognized Seth Green. But as you said it, I didn't even attribute it to be that Seth Green, because it's not him on your back, you fucking idiot. Don't even know who's on your back of your shirt, dude.
Well,
Wearing clothes.
I can't see my back.
Oh, fair, man. That's
right.
Yeah, true.
All
True.
right.
True. Are you a big Phoenix Suns fan too?
Touche, salesman. Yeah, I
Nice.
am actually.
Who's your favorite player?
Charles Barkley,
Ah, shit, eh?
the round mounder rebound.
It's not, they've never been the same team since, eh?
Oh, I like that.
You've never been the same team since, you would say?
I would say that, as a matter of fact. I say that every fucking day, man.
Dude, wake up, like, dude, they've never
The
been.
Phoenix Suns have not been the same since Charles Barkley. I'm just like, yes, I know. Gavin, why do you call me every day and tell me that the Phoenix Suns have not been the same since Charles Barkley left?
People just need to know, man. They need to know.
Hey,
You need
Dad.
to tell them.
Dad, yeah, it's me. Phoenix Suns haven't been the same since Charles Barkley left. So I'll let you know. Have a good day, man.
Wake up, get your cake up, hit that tweet, let the world know.
I'm
That's
gonna
what
make
it's
an
about.
Instagram account where I let everybody know every single day that
The Charles Barkley.
just tweet a picture of Charles Barkley every day.
Not the same.
That's gonna be a new feature
People don't
from the Bugle
forget.
Boys.
Charles Barkley would probably be a friend of the show. Yo, have you ever seen, apparently, I haven't seen it, but my brother keeps telling me about it. I guess Charles Barkley is just a terrible golfer.
He's so bad. Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude! Like whatever you have,
Every
you've
time
never
he's off
seen
the
it.
tee box? No, I
Oh,
haven't seen
whatever
it.
you're
I gotta look
picturing,
at it now.
whatever you are picturing, it's 10 times worse. Like it's like he's never seen another person do a golf shot. Are you pulling it up like on the screen
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
for our friends?
Yeah, I'll see if I can pull it. Yo, you guys keep talking about it and explain it while I try
have
to
you ever
pull
seen
this
it?
up.
You gotta say no audibly.
No. I'm zoning right now.
It's bad, man. He pulls it like halfway up, and then like
You see a big dude?
he's
gotta be
huge.
a basketball player.
He's like a very, very big basketball player too. He's like a little bit smaller than Shaquille O'Neal,
Jesus.
because they host like the.
That's probably part of the problem, man. He's swinging these little ass.
Oh
They
yeah,
probably don't make drivers big enough for that, man.
I'm sure.
It's like toothpicks.
For real.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's funny too, man. There was like him and Shaq just kill it on the NBA pregame. They're always
Nice.
just arguing
Should
with
I
each
pull
other.
it? I don't even. We might get taken down, but let's just test it out.
Yeah, let's test the
See
waters.
what happens. All right, so I'll pull it up. This is new for me too. So we are watching, for everyone listening, Charles Barkley. Oh my goodness. He's up. He's at the tee box. Oh, dude, he stutters twice. His arms are down, then up, down, up. He's going to swing. This is the one. No.
And he's just holding it.
He's
too,
holding
like,
it above like he's trying to line it up.
Look at him jack his
Oh
foot
my
up.
God. He jacks his leg back, doesn't even plant it. It's hard to explain it, but I couldn't.
Hopefully you got to watch the video, because that was not a great description.
No,
I know, I'm
the
sitting here
description was
trying to
terrible.
picture it in my head.
Could you picture it?
Did it paint a vivid picture?
I mean,
He was
I don't know if
swinging.
it's the right
He was
picture.
stuttering with his swing, trying to drop the fucking club down and hit the ball, but he just stop, stop.
Hey, here's a question for you.
Maybe he's not a guy of commitment.
Have you watched any of that new football league?
I've
What
heard.
new
No, I haven't
football
watched
league?
any of it.
AAF, or I think is that what it is?
The XFL?
No, XFL's not even here yet. They just started a new football league.
What do you mean not here yet?
It starts in 2020.
It's coming back for real.
Yeah.
For real?
Baby,
Oh,
it's
you were
back.
just
I thought that
joking?
was a joke,
Oh
yeah.
no, it's back for real.
Ooh,
I have an
you just
XFL
got told-
jersey.
you
I
just
can't
learned
wait.
something new.
Are they gonna be playing in Toronto ever?
Nah.
We're not
just
blessed like that.
America? Well, you know, like sometimes the NFL like does games.
Yeah, I don't think they got plans to do that yet.
Yeah.
You want to go see an XFL game?
Yeah, that'd be jokes.
Yeah, so do
Dude, I want to go see like what's the game? What's the slam dunk one where they're just like on trampolines?
Slam ball
Slam ball.
Yo, shout
You
out
can play
Sean
slam ball.
Inches
Where?
Jackson.
here.
Yeah. What's it called?
Trampoline World.
Yeah, Trampoline World. What's that? Sky Zone.
Let's fucking go.
I would go in a
Yo,
heartbeat.
it's
Yo, what are you guys doing this
hard.
weekend?
Do you want to go?
Yeah, let's go play some slam
They have
ball.
dodgeball and shit there too, man.
How much
On
does it cost?
trampolines?
Yeah.
What does it cost for like $50 for an hour?
Dude, I'm landing on a ball
For
and breaking my
adults.
neck.
Nothing. You have to pay them and I don't know. I got nothing.
Dude,
I
going
gotta
to
get
these
out. I'm tired.
going to these places as an adult, like, do you think people look at you like, hey, what are you doing?
Well,
It's gotta be like
how
half
you
adults here.
interact with the children, I think, ultimately. You're
But it's
just
like, hey, we're here to
if you're
jump
not
on
even- If you're
trampolines.
not even bouncing, you're just like trying to get view of kids that are jumping. Then you're
Yo, some
probably
dude's just in the corner, like, or in the center, laying down on the trampoline.
yeah, or if you've got like a GoPro attached to you and you're just like
Jesus.
rolling around, yeah, they're probably not gonna.
But like
let
when
you
we
go
went to
there.
play, like, remember we went to Laser Quest for Adam's birthday,
And
and
I
there was like
fucking
all like parties of
dominated those
kids.
kids.
It was so funny though, but like the
Yo,
kids
let
are
me
just like,
tell- let me tell this.
Yeah,
So,
tell 'em.
I've never heard this story.
Yo, this
dude,
was
this
fucking
guy was a
amazing.
fucking.
I was just running around this place assaulting these children. Like it was like a birthday party for like 8 or 9 year olds. But anyways, at one point I had this high ground that just had like the best access to like everyone in the thing, and I was just sniping children. And at one point, this one girl just stood there in one spot, and I was just destroying. Like her thing would come right back on, and I would hit her again, just like ruthlessly, and she just thought it was broken. So all her little friends came over to like help her, and I just sat there, just going like bah, 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 bah. Like little boys would come running up, and I'd like block my sensor and like light them up, and like I was just destroying. these-
Block my
And
sensor.
all these little girls are just sitting down there like no.
So you dominated, huh?
I dominated.
Hell yeah.
I also
Oh,
cheated, though,
baby,
which
a
I'm not proud about,
triple!
but I just had to beat Balker.
All's fair, buddy.
All's fair when it comes to Laser Quest.
All's fair in
dude.
Because
Laser
I saw
Quest.
Balker do it once, and then I was like, all right, he's doing it. This is fucking game on.
Dude, LQ's not a joke, dude. Like when you're out on the fucking field, you gotta keep your head up and you gotta take
wanna
every
know the
chance you
shadiest
get.
thing about that
People
place,
do
though?
it to you.
One of the
Remember
shadiest
that.
thing about that place?
LQ,
So it was
Laser
like
Quest.
kind of cold out,
Yep,
so we had jackets and stuff, right?
we did.
And when we went in, we were like, yo, is there anywhere we can like put our jackets? And they're like, no. And we're like, okay, well, can we like leave them in this room where we grabbed our vests from? And they're like, yeah, but we can't guarantee anything won't be stolen. Like she literally was kind of like, yeah, we might steal.
We might take. We're gonna go. Yeah.
And there was like a group of us, and they're like teenagers, and we're like older than them. We're just like, okay, well, we'll know it's you, and we know where you work.
And I'm just gonna put everything in my regular pockets.
Yeah.
I got my phone, my keys, my wallet. I'm good. It's just my coat.
I got my
Yeah.
phone, wallet,
But I was
keys.
just like, why would you say it like, I don't know. She just worded it very suspiciously.
Now that you're
it's
older and you
almost-
go to those like establishments or you go to a snack bar, you go somewhere, do you not just see the teenagers working there? You're like, was I this fucking stupid and annoying as a teenager?
Hell yeah,
Probably
you
because
were.
you don't give a fuck. Like I think about it, I probably hate it. I fucked around.
Some of the shit I heard you guys that used to do.
Oh,
Like,
at the snack
hell
bar at the
yeah,
arena.
Let's get a story.
Dude, I don't even want to. Is it 10 years? Is it is it
Yeah,
past-
statute of limitations is a
statute of limitations good on that shit?
statute.
All right, so we worked at a
I don't
snack
think so
bar.
because Austin said something about, I don't know, at your own peril, I guess.
We're going to jail. Austin said we're going to jail.
No, just continue. Go, you do it.
Dude, now you got me nervous. What did Austin say?
Nothing.
What did he say, dude?
No, you're fine.
Dude, what did he say? At your own. Oh, you mean there's no statute of limitations for anything
I don't know. He said something about that when I told my story last time. Remember?
in Canada or here? Like in Canada or general, like America too?
I don't
There's
know.
definitely a statute of limitations because that was issues with past. I've seen that before with issues with cases.
Okay. Just saying.
Oh,
Now you got me nervous, man. Like, should I tell this? It's not even bad stories anyway. No. What story do you want to hear?
You-
Snack bar tomfoolery?
Tom foolery.
Find
So-
the best story. Someone will get us the most listeners. Chris.
No, at that snack bar, we were teenagers. We were assholes and dumb fucks and just did the stupidest shit. Like, man, we would be there and, like, I remember at the times, like, we would, like, coordinate our breaks and be like, all right, yo, so, like, this person's going to go and, like, roll a joint for the next group. And, like, you always would, like, you know, line up the next, you know, like, you would coordinate your breaks just to go out to bun on break. Stupid shit like that. We used to bully the manager and get him to buy us beer. And, like, we'd make fun of him, be like, oh, I'm not even going to say his name because he's a good guy. I like him. But at the time, as your kids, right, he was a little older. Like, he was in college, and he was, like, the manager and the boss, and he was, like, 19. And we'd always be like, oh, like, come on, man. Like, can you buy us beer? And, like, occasionally he would, but sometimes he'd be like, I'm not doing it, man. We'd be like, come on. Like, we'd convince him a bunch of times on his own lunch break to go buy us beer and shit. And he would go out and do it. Like, somehow, I don't know why. He was super nice. But, yeah, we kind of ran our luck. We had a good group. There was probably, like, literally everyone who worked there, we were all just buddies. Like, for instance, so it was me, Matt Emery, Brandon, Matt, Brandon, Risto. Who else worked there? A bunch of other people. Some of the people that you don't know too, but at the time there was a bunch of our friends worked there, basically. And it was just like we would do that. You know, we'd be closing up, mixing drinks.
Fucking Powerades.
Oh yeah. One time we were going to the skate park.
Yeah,
we would
I was
just show up.
gonna say, like,
The other manager, this other chick manager, she would just
really
be
knew
like,
these guys. One time I showed up and they just had like a full pack of Powerades, and I was like,
At the skate park?
Yeah.
We
used to
roll up and like I'm gonna be fucking thrown in
Really?
because of these idiots.
why are we
Like,
gonna get in trouble for that? We just
I don't know, because you guys were bragging about how you like.
that was
work
like the cool
here.
thing. You work here and you get free shit.
A full case.
Free
of,
shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
But we were thirsty. We would literally be at the skate park and we're like, oh, we're gonna go to
shit.
Mississauga. We're like at the Iroquois skate park and we're like, I remember one day, we're like, oh, let's go to the Mississauga skate park. We're like, all right, let's go get some snacks from work. But we weren't even working that shift. We just showed up and like the chick manager, they were like, hey, like we're going. She's like, all right, just whatever. And she would just like give us a bunch of
Damn.
Gatorades and shit. We're not even working and she's the manager. And we would take him off and just go.
Nice.
But we were like drinking in the back, like getting ready for like beach parties and stuff. Like I remember like mixing drinks in the back, like at the end of the shift, like serving customers, and like I'd have like an orange juice and vodka,
Jesus,
chilling.
That's savage.
Oh
They
man,
just didn't give a fuck about managing you guys at all, apparently.
no, the managers just like let shit slide. Eventually, we all got fired, but it was like a 2-year gig. We were all like
One at a
15,
time, or
16,
like all
one at a
the same
time, slowly. I think it was like me, then like
You were first,
Brandon,
obviously.
yeah. Me, Brandon, who else? Everyone slowly got fired. I think everybody did. But it was a good experience, man. We had a lot of fun. We learned. We grew as a group.
I wonder why, huh?
Yeah, it was good. We got a lot. I feel like now I just baited like myself out, and now I'm gonna like next thing you know, be like, how much inventory did you guys take? we want a list of. We got an inventory list of all these Powerades, all these chips, all.
We've been working at a deficit for years because of you
that.
guys.
Dude, that was the. That was the. They call that, what was that, like the crash of like 08 or
Yeah.
07, 06? The shrinkage, what do they call that when it's an
Wasn't there
internal
a
issue?
housing market crash in like 08?
No, dude, that was a shrinkage issue. Internal companies, they call it shrinkage,
Shrinkage
don't they? They call it shrinkage. I
You
saw
hear
it on
that
the
a
thing.
lot, eh?
No, I was I had another job. There was like this when I was working at like Rexall. There was like this thing like we had to, when you're like filling out your application and stuff, and like, would you report this? And then they call it, like, tell us what shrinkage is. Shrinkage is like, I guess when you're like when staff take like stuff home and just like take some stock home and shit.
Paper clips is theft.
Shrinkage.
Damn.
Do women
Shrinkage,
know
babe.
about shrinkage,
There
Jerry?
you go. I don't know why I called you babe, but that's shrinkage, dude. Taking all that extra stuff that you don't need, dude. Office supplies are getting low.
Makes me think of this shrinkage, Seinfeld.
You're never piecing out. Sit the fuck
I
down.
gotta go.
Iroquois was lit.
Sign off at
Not
least.
Iroquois.
Tommy boy out.
Dude, you're always scooting out early. Dude, we're almost at an hour. Why don't you hang out for another 15?
Nah, because then
Stroke the goat a little bit. Tell
Man,
us about
because
your
if I get
family.
any less than 5 hours sleep, it's not good. You would say the same thing.
Yeah.
How many hours of work you got tomorrow?
Enough.
Not gonna win this one. Fuck you. You can leave.
I don't need your fucking permission.
You don't. But you seem to be sitting around and like wait. You're thinking about it, aren't you? You're like, should I stay or should I go?
I don't need your permission. Just give it to me so I can get the fuck out of here, though.
Nah. I'll see you later. Tommy Pickles, you're out. I guess me and Gino will wind it down. And
We do gotta wind down. I gotta get out of here too. Actually,
are we just gonna leave it? It's gonna be an
Boom.
early one. Are we just gonna end this at 52 minutes?
I gotta go see my lady.
Ah, your new girlfriend. All right, you can leave. Let's break down your new girlfriend
Yeah, boom.
live on
Yeah.
camera.
Peace, buddy.
Peace out, man.
Oh,
Dude,
that was
this-
so cool. I wish you were on camera right now. Go on camera 1 sec.
You should be on camera for that. But
all the time with the kids I coach. I always do shit like that, and then sometimes.
yo, nobody can hear you when you're
Yeah.
talking outside of the camera. So
And
if
now
you're gonna
we're just-
talk
and
on
we're
the
just
camera,
being quiet listening to you.
you have to. No, they can't. So you don't get to
For
talk
Tom-
once you leave the
for
mic. You're not on the mic. You're not in
Tom
my
was
life.
saying he likes to throw up gang signs as he leaves.
100%.
He's like old Sammy Sosa.
Old Sammy Sosa. I feel like
What I was doing.
I ranted on that my old work story too long. It didn't really go anywhere.
Hey, don't dwell.
Yeah,
Don't dwell, fella.
dwelling on it, man. Dwelling on it. But it was a good gig.
Yeah, we had fun, huh?
Yeah. What was your first gig?
My first job? I worked at a gas station. It was lit.
Did you take gas?
I was like 15 because you had to be 16, but I was just under, and I started working there. And it was so sick. I worked like 2 weeks, and I worked like full serve. It was so dope because like only a few cars like would pull up per hour or whatever. So I just listened to music like in the booth.
Yeah.
Sat there, listened to music, and like car would come by, and then I would just be like super nice, be like, oh, like you want me to do your windows and shit, and usually they'd give me a tip too.
Oh yeah.
So I would just buy snacks in the gas station with my
Right.
tip money. So I just eat snacks all day, and then after I got my first paycheck, I got a portable DVD player, which like tells you what, and then I'd buy DVDs and watch them on my portable DVD player, like that little full serve booth.
While you're at work.
Yeah, and then a car would roll up. I would just pause it, like go out.
Everything was related to work. You're like, I would get tips and I would buy snacks from my work, eat them at work.
Yeah, it was sick. I loved it, man.
I bought a DVD player to watch it while I was at work to kill the time.
Yeah, my job was lit. Like,
Yeah, now I feel like a jerk. I'm at my work and I'm like just taking shit and like dipping and like.
well, yeah, but also like, I mean, I probably should have been working like the time I was just sitting in
Yeah,
the
but
booth,
you
right?
paid for your stacks. We didn't pay for those Powerades, dog.
Yeah, no, you're a piece of shit.
Oh,
there's
are
no
we really? Is it
there's
that
no
bad?
going around that.
Dude, now I feel bad. I feel the type of way about telling that story.
I know. No wonder why everyone's hitting the unsubscribe button right now.
Should we keep this close to the chest and just delete it?
Delete it.
Nah, it's
Let's
a
wrap it
different
up,
world,
folks.
man.
Signing
Different
off.
world. That was
This is a deleted
14.
episode.
It was like almost 15
oh
years
my
ago.
god, man.
15 years ago. I was a knucklehead. I was in high school.
A real chucklehead, huh?
You know, the Powerades, they were like $2.50 at the time. $2. Now they're $2.50. They're probably $2 at the time.
Don't you want me? I want to watch
But yeah.
I watched the end of True Detective. It's been a good series. Did you watch it?
No, I haven't watched the new season, no.
Did you-
But I've heard good things
did
about
you
it.
watch
The
season
second
one?
season sucked.
Second season was ass.
Yeah, first season was really good.
And that's what I think they kind of tricked us.
I heard, though, that the new season is like the first season.
Is like the first season?
Yeah, like it's that good again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's really good, man. It's chilling. Like they say some stuff that's like it's just so dark at points. Like I don't even remember what the exact quote was, but I was watching like an episode today, and like there's like no spoilers or anything. But the one guy's just like, I can't even remember. But they were like oh like something. He's like you don't want to like hurt your kids or something, and he's like. He was just basically like nothing in my life could make anything any worse or something like that. Like it was just so dark and like depressing, and like it was just serious. And it's just like
Yeah.
oh my god, like you just really like feel for the people in the show. Like it gets so like just real, you know. Like it's really it's HBO, man. That's what it is.
HBO has all those shows that like a lot of their shows like really draw you
best.
in because they have that like realistic feel.
Characters.
They make you relate to them.
Yeah.
They have that's the big thing is relatability and shit. And if it sounds like it can be real, like for me at least, I've never been like I like fiction. I like that stuff.
You like Game of Thrones?
See, I like Game of Thrones though too. And then that's like
Very fiction.
very
though.
fiction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like it's almost like I don't know. Maybe it's like I guess it depends. I don't know. But I guess for that, yeah, I don't know. I'm contradicting myself now by thinking that out loud. But
I think you just like stuff that's good.
yeah, stuff that's good. Stuff that's
HBO
good.
is just good. I don't particularly care for Game of Thrones, which is like sacrilege to say.
But I mean, like I do like a lot of shows where they're like realistic and like
Sopranos.
Sopranos. Is Entourage HBO? It's HBO.
Yep.
I like Entourage, like those kind of ones. Like, I mean, it's as realistic as I know. I don't know what the mob's like. Maybe I'm sure it's not 100%.
Well, even
accurate,
like the
but-
stuff that's like you don't understand, but like the inner workings of the mob, right? But then there's also just like half the stories about his family and like
Yeah,
stuff that you can actually like relate to. Right?
Yeah, I guess it comes down to the writing. Really good writers. They get good actors that can do the job. I mean, James Gandolfini, like that is such a
R.I.P.
crazy role.
Gandolfini.
Yeah, R.I.P. Man.
You ever seen The Drop? That movie?
Yeah.
So-
No. I didn't.
No?
We talked about it. You mentioned
Him and
it.
Tom
You
Hardy.
told me
I'm
about it.
actually telling you, go watch that movie. I love it.
It was good.
It's really good. Really good. Tom Hardy's a goddamn animal too.
Yeah. Tom Hardy's good.
That boy has got some acting capabilities.
100%. Yeah, I gotta go watch that movie.
You ever seen
But James Gandolfini in Sopranos was just like his stylistic, the way that he did it, like,
Oh,
and just like the fact that he's like playing like this guy who has to act at home and pretend.
oh
like
yeah, it's
he's
amazing.
playing a guy who's playing a guy. Like he's playing a mob guy who has to go and play this character at home that he's not acting like he's not fully a mob. You know what I mean? Like he has to
It's
like.
amazing, man.
There's so many there's layers to it is what I'm saying. There's
Well, like, you
layers
never
to his
saw,
character. There's layers to like how he does it, and then he's like also he's like has so many different like he's got his mob life, he's got
Yeah.
his family life, and he's got his like therapy life.
You
Like,
never saw
layers.
Like you never saw Don Corleone go to like a PTA meeting
No.
in The Godfather. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like, you know, they weren't doing like regular shit. They were just doing mafia shit the entire movie. And like, yeah, but like it's not how life works, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not all.
He's
Like,
gotta
that's
play-
basically that's what Sopranos was kind of like. It's not like, oh, like this isn't a movie. This is like just the day-to-day
He's playing
lives
this
with all
guy's
kinds of
life.
movie
Yeah,
shit in
yeah,
it
yeah.
because he's a mob boss.
You're not just playing a mob boss that just does mob boss shit.
Yeah.
You're playing a mob boss, but you're playing those things where you have a itch situation with your kids and situation with this. You got family shit. Then you're seeing a therapist because you're fucking having like heart attacks and dealing with a doctor, but you're having panic attacks and anxiety and shit.
Well, it's crazy when you think, because if you think about it from like
And
another
everyone's really-
character's perspective,
you know,
right?
crazy stress.
Like they wouldn't know what's going on with Tony. So there'd be random days when he would just come in like all pissed off from like fighting with Carmela and like just
Yeah.
beat the shit out of like Georgie the bartender or something. And it's
Yeah.
like if you just don't know him, you're like, oh, this guy's just crazy. But it's like, oh, it's just because he's mad that like AJ got in trouble at school or something. Like you just see why. But if you didn't, you're just like, whoa,
It adds a different perspective on it.
100%.
You
I think
know?
I think it's the best show of all time.
Yeah, I mean it's up there. I'm not fully through all the seasons. I got onto that way late, but I'm really like I'm digging it. I just haven't had I don't have a lot of time to sit down and just like
It's a long, yeah.
put on like TV shows. Like usually when I do, it's like with Amanda, but she's like
She's not in The Sopranos.
No, she is. Just we're not on the same page most of the time, and like I'm never up in time, so it's just we haven't put it on. Yeah, I've been neglecting her.
Yeah.
No. I'm just
Sometimes you have
kidding.
to.
Yeah, sometimes you
Yeah.
have to. I got shit to do, man. I get busy. Life's, life gets busy. No, I'm just kidding, but no, I gotta finish watching those last couple seasons.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, his acting was really good in that. I'm so disappointed I got into that so late. I got into a lot of stuff late. I got into The Wire late, late. Yeah, I got into it pretty late. Like when I was in college, I got into that. But I watched a bunch of shit into college. Before I was in college, I didn't watch a lot of stuff because I was always out and about. And then like college came, and then it's like, you have so much time. You're in your dorm or you're in your like apartment and shit, and just chilling or studying. So you're just like throwing stuff on. Hungover Sundays, Fridays, Saturdays, Mondays, Tuesdays.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I feel it.
a lot of watching.
I miss just like having days to watch stuff.
Yeah, college. Now, man, it's funny as you get older and like you start the workforce and all that stuff, and your careers, and you look back and you're like, I remember thinking like at the time, like sometimes where I was at college, I was like, oh, this town's so boring. Like it's so like, and there's nothing to do. Like I was at Belleville, so a small town, right? Now I think back, I'm like, man, I should have enjoyed that more because there were so many times where I just had nothing to do, and I just like it would be an adventure. I'd wake up and like next thing you know, I'm like doing this or doing that. Like it wasn't a lot, but it was like now I'm like stressed out about all these other things, and I got so much more on your plate, and you're figuring out this, and like back then I'm like, that stuff wasn't that big of a deal. It was like go to school, I worked a little bit, and so much extra time to do all the things that I could do. But at the time, I remember thinking like, oh, this is boring. Like I don't even like living in Belleville. Now I'm like, actually, Belleville wasn't that bad. In the time, I wouldn't want to work there now full time and be living my life there, but.
Sounds like you're kind of reminiscing, man.
Reminiscing about it. It was a good time.
Yeah, having some flashback, like you're.
No, what were we talking about? We were talking.
I know, but you mentioned it. But you already mentioned it before. I think maybe even off the air. You're like, you guys ever like do something and you just like think about going back or.
Yeah,
you really
thinking about reliving
living in the past tonight. Yeah,
living in the past. Yeah, I'm just thinking about past times in my life. I guess. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
If I could, not that things are like not good.
Everyone
now.
thinks about it. You're saying you never think about that.
No, I was just gonna say
right?
like life's pretty tight right now, but like if I could, I would definitely go back and live in res for a year again.
Oh yeah, I'm happy right now. Like I can't even. I mean, everyone's got their shit, but like overall, I'm pretty happy right now. And like, I just mean like, yeah, like those times, like thinking back.
Could I be happier? Who the fuck couldn't?
Yeah.
That's a Sopranos line.
Let them know. I just like, I mean, like, you think back at the times, and it's like, even like high school wasn't that bad. Like I used to hate it and think it was trash. I'm like, it wasn't that bad. Being like a teenager was like, it was I like when you were younger. I always wanted to be. I'm like, I couldn't wait till I turned like 19, 20. I could do this. For some reason, it just meant something that I was gonna be like, oh, I'm legal drinking age. I'm an adult.
Yeah.
That made me feel like I was an adult. Like I needed to hit that. I can do whatever I want in Canada.
Oh well, when you're a
Right?
kid, you can't wait to grow up and just.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm
And
gonna
then
do
you
whatever
get
I
there,
want. Yeah.
And you're like, I wish I enjoyed that moment more.
Hondo P, brother.
But that's life in general, right? There's moments
yeah.
now, like I think about like a vacation that I took, or like a trip, or like some sort of concert, and then I'm like, oh, I should have lived more in the moment there.
Yeah, but it's like, but you can always like, you still do it the other way too. I'm like, oh fuck, I can't wait to be like a bit older and just be like a bit more financially stable, and like,
exactly,
but like, you know,
what I do now,
and then
yeah.
you're just like, oh, but I wish I was younger and I could just party all the time still. But then
Right?
you're gonna
my
like
next step.
But then when you're like 50, you'll be like, shit, I wish I was like in my like late 20s again still. Like that time was good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like when I'm
You gotta soak it up, man.
50s and 60s, I'll look back and be like, man, when I was in my like late 20s, early 30s, like I wasn't even having a kid yet, and like I was freaking, I was worried about this. You know what I mean? Like this and this. Now my this and this. Yeah. No, it's the evolution. You gotta live in the moment and enjoy. But
I agree.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah, it's just hard to do. And then you think back.
It's easier said than done, right?
Yeah, and it's easy to look back and then think about those situations after. But that's the same thing like when you go into like an argument, like after the fact, and you're like, oh, I wish I said this. You know, you're like, oh, I had a good line for you. It's like so many good things get thought up after. At least for me, man. I wish I was more like on the spot thinking.
The jerk
sometimes.
store called, and they're all out of you.
Ah, wow.
That's what I should have said.
Is always what you should have said. But yeah, interesting.
Hell yeah.
I think it was a good podcast. I think we should
Wind her down.
wind her down, you know. We didn't get into too much hip-hop stuff this week, so next week we'll have to crank her back up. Get back into some more topical items.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird week too. It's always a weird one when we do a cast on the Friday, and like we kind of touch on the music the week before.
Yes. Yeah, because we would have had more to go into. But you know what? It was fun. Shared some stories, had some conversation, and it was a good time,
Hell yeah, man.
I would say.
What is this? A Lil Pump Kanye West track? Because I love it.
Oh, shoot.
Guess who? Guess who?
You're not my dad!
I didn't really go with what you said, but you know what? That's okay.
What is it? My mama ain't dead.
That's not my dad.
That's not my dad. Oh, I
It's like
heard.
from a
I heard.
Vine.
I heard my mama ain't dead.
Jesus.
My mama ain't dead.
No, but that could be the same. Well, let's see what else we got.
1
here.
+ 1 = 2.
There it is.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Yeah, we got a couple good ones. I gotta figure out. I gotta set that up better so I can see them more. We'll figure it out. Anyway, this is the Bugle Boys Podcast, episode 6. 6? I feel like I said 5.
No,
on
it
the
was.
intro.
I was listening to 5 today, so 6. Yeah.
Yeah, it is 6, but I'm now I'm like contradicting. I'm like, did I say 6 on 5 on the intro? Definitely didn't. Either way, this is the Bugle Boys Podcast, episode 6. Let them know. Thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you next week.
Love y'all.
Love you guys. Peace.
Bugle Boys. Bugle Boys.